So a few weeks ago, I asked you guys on my Instagram story if you knew what Utils mean. And most of you guys seemed like you didn't know what it means. And it's a very good terminology to know, so I thought I'd explain it on a video.
Time of the year now, you got people falling in love.
Now, truthfully, I'm not taking any sort of business classes. I'm not any sort of majoring in any sort of businesses, so I have no clue if this is 100% correct. Really, this was just a terminology I just learned from a friend, and I thought it was an interesting terminology that kind of changed my mindset on like a lot of stuff. So yeah. So Utils, by its definition of a term that I learned from my friend, it's kind of like it's another word for utility. Basically, like how much use do you get out of a certain product. But with the terminology for Utils, it's how much happiness you get when you buy a particular product. Now, to explain Utils better, let's say you go walk into a store and you come across two t-shirts. One is a $40 t-shirt that you really like, you think it's super nice, and you just really like it, but you know it's so expensive, it's a $40 t-shirt. And the other is a $3 t-shirt. It's very plain, very simple, but you just don't really like it. You think it's ugly, and you just don't really like that shirt. Now, which shirt should you buy? The cheap shirt that's very cheap, but the shirt that you don't like, but you think to yourself, hey, you probably still would wear it, or the expensive t-shirt that you really like, that you would probably wear very much often, so much. Now, which shirt should you buy? Now, probably most of you probably think to go buy the cheap shirt, because it's a cheap shirt and you probably wear it every day, get it ruined and just make use of it. But actually, you are wrong. Because if you don't like a t-shirt or you don't like something, why would you wear it? Why would you use it if you don't like it? Because believe it or not, you should actually buy the expensive t-shirt, the $40 t-shirt that you really like, because you would get more use out of it because you really like it. Because you would probably wear it every day, and you would probably take better care of it. So the shirt would last you a lot longer, so it's actually a lot cheaper, the $40 t-shirt than the $3 t-shirt. Now, of course with Utils, it's a concept that's very tricky because, of course, it's something that you should always approach with caution. However, truthfully, I do get plenty of oodles and Utils out of these $3 t-shirts that, save me a ridiculous amount of money that I wear for a very long time. Now, let me say this before all of you guys go and buy yourself a $1,000 t-shirt or a $1,000 jacket, let me be clear. I am not saying you should go and look for a t-shirt that just has a red block on your t-shirt that costs $1,000, and if you really like it, that you should buy it. Of course, with Utils and pretty much anything in life, you should approach it with some sort of level of balance and caution. Because, of course, I obviously, and I mean seriously, do not think any t-shirt is worth $1,000. No matter how nice the t-shirt is. Truthfully, that's not. What Utils is, and what I'm trying to tell you is that when you're buying a product, you should think about the use case. And two, is this something that you really need? Is this something that you're using in your daily life? Is this a necessity for you, or do you need this? How much do you actually need this, and how much would you actually use it? Because Utils is something that says hey, it's okay to buy yourself nice things every now and again. You just think about how much are you going to use that product. And thinking about how much I'm actually going to use the product and how much do I actually need the product has been so helpful to me, and it's helped me save a crap ton of money. I cannot tell you. Knowing the concept of Utils is something that's very handy to almost any college student, I guarantee you. Because, for example, when I bought my MacBook Air 2020, info card right there, honestly, I could have spent the extra penny and gotten myself the Apple MacBook Pro 2020. Honestly, I did have the money to go the extra mile and buy myself the highest possible upgrade. However, honestly, I really didn't need the Apple MacBook Pro. Now, granted, if I did buy the Apple MacBook Pro, I would have had more storage room, I would have had, a slightly better keyboard, and apparently it's a little bit faster. Honestly, I don't really know. I did do a lot of research, but that was a long time ago, so a lot of my information was forgotten about. But honestly, I didn't really need all the extra space, that faster keyboard and that slightly faster computer. Because honestly, what I really needed was just a functioning computer that had a good amount of space that like loaded really fast. I made it up almost 10 years on my Toshiba laptop that's a decade old, that's very slow and very crappy. Yeah, I made that up for almost 10 years. That I just really needed a upgrade that that was functional and that was affordable and that was cheap. And honestly, the Apple MacBook Air fit the bill perfectly. So, because truthfully, there will always be something better out there, and like Apple will always release something like the next iPhone or the next MacBook, something better than the product that they released last. And so buying the most expensive, best product they've released currently is just honestly not really the smartest idea for someone like me who doesn't have a lot of money. Because like a lot of people who will just randomly buy themselves a iPhone 12 Pro Max, and really, like honestly, do you really need it? I mean, you're a college student. And just like, how much do you actually need the iPhone 12 Pro Max? I mean, like, yes, you get better camera function, better, like more space or something like that. But like, truthfully, if you're a college student like me, do you really need an iPhone 12 Pro Max? Or can you just settle for like an iPhone 10? Hey, even an iPhone 8, I'm literally using an iPhone 6s to record this video. And just like truthfully, like there will always be like the next best thing, and most people are usually tempted to go buy the best product ever. But truthfully, they end up just wasting a lot of money because they don't think about the use case. How much do they actually need it? What function do they actually need? Like just thinking about like stuff like that will help save a crap ton of money. So something I forgot to bring up during this is that I forgot to bring up that people would generally buy stuff just for the flex, to flex how much money they have, just to flex that they have an iPhone 12 Pro Max or a MacBook Pro or like whatever. Like they'll flex their sneakers, stuff like that. But truthfully, they just end up wasting a lot of money. At least I think. Now, let me be clear about two things before I end the video. Number one, Utils is not something that you should base your life after. Like honestly, it's not the sword that will cut through all of your money spending problems, like really. Like I too have definitely sometimes gone out and bought in just random things because I like it. Like honestly, it's fun time to have a shopping spree from time to time. But just Utils is not something that's gonna base your life. You should base your life after be sort of the guy that will sort through all your money spending problems and make you money and save you a lot of money. That's not what Utils is. Utils is just for you to think, hey, is this something I'm gonna use, or is this something I'm just gonna use once and just throw away eventually? And the second thing is, I am not saying you should go out and buy a $10,000 t-shirt that just has a white shirt and a red block on it. I am not saying that. And if anyone actually did do that, they'd probably just cover it in plastic and leave it hanging on their bedroom wall as a collector's item. Of course, I am not knocking on people who are collectors. Like I too have my own collection. I am truthfully. But the concept of buying and the concept of collecting are two very, very different concepts. More than you realize, or more than most people realize. Because most people think buying and collecting are like here, but really, they are all the way over here. If I could go any farther and have my arm extend, it would go all the way to like outside my house, like really. But anyway, so this is what Utils mean. And I hope you guys found this video very helpful and you enjoyed it. I hope the information that I've just given you will help you with your money spending problems. And most recent videos are popping out at the screen. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. And remember guys, do what you love what you do. Peace. And don't forget, invest in your future.